Japanese knotweed, generally thought of as the most triffid-like and sinister invasive species in Britain. In places, it spreads half a metre a day across the ground. It can throw up its new shoots 10-15 metres from where it's growing. On good, soft, slightly acid and wet ground, it spreads like you wouldn't believe. And because it's not native, not eats it. It's more or less impossible for us to eradicate this from the British Isles now. Would have been better if it was never introduced. Right now, it looks pretty harmless, but it will grow. It'll get to places 4 and 5 feet high. It's got hollow stems that make a pleasing sound when they're cut, and they're always crisp and full of water. And it's awful. I mean, if you've got this on your land, then you have to try and get rid of it, and you'll probably fail. It can knock down walls, it can cause structural damage. You can't legally transport or plant it, of course, because it is so damaging. It has been estimated by some that it covers as much as 0.5% of Britain's land area. And I've seen whole valleys in Cornwall and Devon where there's nothing but knotweed. It outcompetes everything. This, however, is Cambridge. And there are some patches of knotweed. There's some down the Mill Road, there's a bit up here. It's not that much of a problem here. It doesn't spread. There was a patch on one embankment to 14 years ago, but that seems to have died. It's too dry. In the really dry summers we often get here, it really struggles. Now, what I'm going to tell you is, you shouldn't lament too much if you find a little bit of it, because it is delicious, with some provisos. It's questionable whether it's legal to take some and transport it and eat it, because you are transporting a notifiable weed. Even a small amount, even a couple of inches, is what would be known as meristematic. If I take a shoot like this and break it up and drop it in my garden, it'll probably grow. And I've got knotweed, and I've got knotweed forever. So if you want to eat it, be careful. Just don't spread it anywhere. These sort of stems are about perfect if you are going to eat it. Take it at the bottom, break it into parts, each about an inch long, before putting it in your basket. Drop all the waste where you are. But at the bottom of your basket where you can't drop it or litter it anywhere. Put it in a bag, tie it up. Take it home, and basically what you've got is rhubarb. Taste of rhubarb. Slightly more tart, so you need a bit more sugar. And it tastes lovely. It cooks down to a lovely pink rhubarby mush. Not so much the leaves, but certainly the stems. People have experimented with various other ways of doing it. Famously, there's a chap called, I think he's called Steve Brill in New York. He follows in Central Park. He's got some nice recipes on his site, or at least he did. Cooking it in sort of fairly savoury ways, grilling it a bit like asparagus, really. Don't think of yourself as blessed if you find this, though. This is awful. It's a terrible, terrible invasive weed. But look on the bright side. Make a nice crumble out of it.